Welcome students, chapter number 6 of Hornbill, the Browning version by Terence Rattigan. The only play in the book. The play which is so thought-provoking for the students because it gives them idea about two teachers. One teacher who is very frank, as his name is also Frank, very friendly with the students, easily approachable and all that. And the other teacher, Mr. Crocker Harris. He is very strict teacher. There is a boy, Taplow. And this boy is talking to Frank in the absence of Mr. Crocker Harris. He makes fun of the teacher, he calls teacher by names, all these things. But the most astonishing thing happens towards the last when Taplow says, "I do rather like him, sir." It's very rare that students like teachers who are strict. Normally they like teachers who are very friendly to them because they seek a friend in that particular teacher. Hardly do students like the teachers who are strict enough. But here you will find Mr. Crocker Harris, a very strict teacher, a person who is adhering to rules and all that, a rule-abiding person I should say. But still Taplow likes the teacher. So let's begin this play. Now why is the play titled The Browning Version? Because it's a whole book which is written on Mr. Crocker Harris. And in between there is a mention of a particular play, a particular book, that is Agamemnon, and that's why this was a translation of Agamemnon, the Browning version. So as the reference was there, that's why the play has been titled the Browning version. It doesn't match. It's the only place where you will find that it doesn't match the whole play. But as this reference was there, that's why this play was titled the Browning version. It's a complete history of Mr. Crocker Harris. Now Mr. Crocker Harris was leaving the school and Taplow was waiting for him. In this whole play, this excerpt, there is no role of Mr. Crocker Harris. Still you will find you are able to understand this man. That's the beauty of Terence's writing. So let's begin this play. Frank, do I know you? Taplow, no sir. Frank, what's your name? Taplow. Frank, Taplow, no I don't. You're not a scientist I gather. Frank, Taplow, no sir, I am still in the lower 5th. That doesn't mean he's in the class 5th. Lower 5th, like there in schools they have forms, and he was there in the lower 5th form. Okay, I can't specialize until next term. That is to say, if I've got my remove all right. Remove actually refers to the report card. There instead of classes they have forms, and instead of report cards they have remove. Frank, don't you know if you've got your remove? Taplow, no sir. Mr. Crocker Harris doesn't tell us the result like the other masters. Here you get the first difference. And he says, sir doesn't tell us the results in advance. Frank, why not? Taplow, well you know what he's like sir. He took advantage of the teacher's absence and he says, aapko to pata hai wo kaise. He's like sir, that's okay. Frank, I believe there is a rule that form results should not only be announced by the headmaster on the last day of the term. Taplow, yes, but who else pays attention to it except Mr. Crocker Harris? Frank, I don't, I admit, but that's no criterion. So you have got to wait until tomorrow to know your fate, have you? Taplow, yes sir. Frank, supposing the answer is favorable, that means you get your remove all right then. What then? Oh, science sir, of course. He said, I'll choose science. Frank, yes, we get all the slackers, he said, we get all the lazy people, okay? Taplow, I'm extremely interested in science sir. Frank, are you? I am not. Not at least in the science I have to teach. Taplow, well sir, anyway, it's a good deal more exciting than this muck. He was referring to a book and he said, sir, it is exciting than this muck. What is this muck? Aeschylus, sir, the Agamemnon. That means he was calling his Latin language book as muck. Okay, then Frank, and your considered view is that the Agamemnon is muck? Taplow, well no sir, I don't think the play is muck. Exactly, I suppose in a way it's rather a good plot really, a wife murdering her husband and all that. I only meant the way it is taught to us, just a lot of Greek words strung together and 50 lines if you get them wrong. He took advantage of Taplow's, Mr. Crocker Harris's absence and he said what? Sir, the way it is taught to us, no, that is not good. Subject is good. But the way it is taught to us, that means was he commenting on the teacher? Yes. So in the beginning, what view does he have about Mr. Crocker Harris? Negative. Okay. Then Frank, you sound a little bitter, Taplow. Taplow, I am rather. Frank, Captain said, okay, you are waiting. It's the last day of the school and you are being kept in by your teacher. No sir, extra work. Frank, extra work on the last day of school. Yes, sir, and I might be playing golf. You'd think he have enough to do anyway himself, considering he's leaving tomorrow for good. But oh no, I missed a day last week when I was ill. So here I am, and look at the weather, sir. So look at the weather, it's so good. He was so frank with the teacher that he was making fun of his own teacher. Saying, so the weather is so good and I've been made to do extra work. Frank, bad luck. So is this chapter commenting something on the bad habit of the teacher also here? Obviously. Some have this habit of finding out what is happening in the class of the other teacher. So does this play put the teachers in an unfavorable light also? Yes, it's the student, teacher also. So it's nobody's mistake. This is human nature. Okay, so now, bad luck. Still there's one comfort. You're pretty well certain to get you removed tomorrow for being a good boy and taking extra work. Tapler, well, I'm not so sure, sir. Said, I'm not sure that I have done extra work, he'll give me some points. He said, I'm not sure. That would be true of the ordinary masters. Alright, they wouldn't dare not to give a chap a remove after he's taking extra work. But those sort of rules don't apply to the Croc, Mr. Crocker Harris. By habit, what came out? That name which he had kept for the teacher. And what was that name? The Croc. I asked him yesterday outright if he had given me a remove. And do you know what he said, sir? Frank, no, what? Tapler, imitating a very gentle, rather throaty voice. Students, that child took advantage and started to make fun of his teacher and copy his voice and saying what? My dear Tapler, I have given you exactly what you deserve, no less and certainly no more. He was making fun of the teacher, okay? Do you know, sir, I think he may have even marked me down rather than up for taking extra work. I mean, the man's hardly human. Saying his teacher's hardly human. He breaks off suddenly. Sorry, sir, have I gone too far? Because he understood he was speaking all this in front of another teacher. Frank, yes, too much. Much too far. Tapler, sorry, sir, I got carried away. Frank, evidently, he picks up a newspaper and opens it. See this teacher, picks up the newspaper, starts reading, and then he says, Tapler, yes sir. Frank, what was that Crocker Harris said to you? Just repeat it, would you? That means this teacher finding fun in the imitation of another teacher. And he said, would you repeat it? Tapler, imitating again. My dear Tapler, I have given you exactly what you have deserved, no less and certainly no more. Frank, looking severe, not in the least like him. Read your nice Achilles and be quiet. He said, okay, be quiet. Tapler, with dislike, Achilles. Frank, look, what time did Mr. Crocker Harris tell you to be here? Tapler, 6:30, sir. Frank, well, he's 10 minutes late. Why don't you cut? Cut means ignore the teacher and go. Say afterwards, I came, you were not there. This has been done by people that I was there, you were not there. He said, why don't you cut? You could still play golf before lockup. Tapler, oh no, I couldn't cut the Croc, Mr. Crocker Harris. I shouldn't think it's ever been done in the whole time he's been here. God knows what would happen if I did. He'd probably follow me home or something. Here you find students are afraid of Mr. Crocker Harris. Okay, now Frank, I must admit, I envy him, jealous. I envy him, the effect he seems to have on you boys in the form. You all seem scared of death to him. What does he do? Beat you all or something? The teacher wants to find out the secret why the other boys are afraid of Mr. Crocker Harris. Normally it's seen, no? If I'm frank enough, if I'm friendly enough, it's very rare to be friendly and at the same time maintain discipline. It's very tough. Now here what happened is, that's why we are told, be friendly to the students but don't be their friend. That's the difference. Then you'll be able to maintain discipline. So here the same thing that has happened here. Sir, I'm jealous. Why are you afraid of him? Tell me what's the reason. Okay. Tapler, good Lord, no. He's not a sadist like one or two of the others. Frank, I beg your pardon. Now Tapler thought he doesn't understand the meaning of the word sadist. Tapler, a sadist, sir, is someone who gets pleasure out of giving pain. He's favoring the teacher. He's saying what? Sir, Mr. Crocker Harris is not so that other teachers like some people find pleasure in giving pain. He doesn't find pleasure in giving pain. He's not a sadist. Okay. Indeed, I think you went on to say that some other masters. Now Frank, you understand this nature of this teacher, a very presumptuous man, taking advantage of the absence of somebody. And he said, some other teachers you are saying? Tapler, well of course they are. I won't mention names but you know them as well as I do. Of course, I know most master things we boys don't understand a thing. But sir, you are different. You are young. Well, comparatively anyway. And you are science. You must know what sadism is. He was here flattering the teacher and saying what? Sir, you are different. And making fun of another teacher. Now see what happens. Frank, good lord, what are our schools coming to? Taplow, anyway, the croc isn't a sadist, and that's what I'm saying. He wouldn't be so frightening if it were, because at least it would show he had some feelings. But he hasn't. He's all shriveled up inside like a nut. Crocker Harris was an introvert teacher. Rarely talked to the students, okay? And he seemed to hate people to like him. It's funny that I don't know any other master who doesn't like being liked. Obviously, all teachers want that they should be liked by the students. Who's that teacher who doesn't want to be liked? So all teachers like, but he doesn't like. Okay, Frank, and I don't know anybody who doesn't use that for his own purpose. Taplow, well, it's natural, sir, but not with the croc. Well, sheer habit, instead of saying Crocker Harris, croc again. Frank, Mr. Crocker Harris. Taplow, Mr. Crocker Harris. The funny thing is that, in spite of everything, I do rather like him. Here you understand this boy. This boy, you see, has got ambiguous feelings. Earlier negative, now positive. And what is he saying? I do rather like him. I can't help it. And sometimes I think he sees it, and that seems to shrivel him up even more. Frank, I'm sure you are exaggerating. You could not believe. How can a teacher like Mr. Crocker is so strict, so rule-abiding and liked by the students? Taplow, no sir, I'm not. Informed the other day, he made one of his classical jokes. Of course, nobody laughed because nobody understood. I myself. Sir, I also did not understand. Still, I knew he had meant it as funny, so I laughed out of ordinary common politeness. See, so attached to the teacher, he did not understand the joke of the teacher, but he laughed at the joke so that the teacher does not feel bad, because there is nothing worse than you crack a joke and nobody laughs. So here the same thing, he laughed so that the teacher does not feel bad, okay? And feeling a bit sorry for him for having made a poor joke. Now I can't remember what the joke was, but suppose I make it. Now you laugh, sir. Frank laughs. Taplow, in a gentle throaty voice. Taplow, you laughed at my little joke, I noticed. I must confess that I am pleased at the advance your Latin has made, since you so readily have understood what the rest of the form did not. Perhaps now you would be good enough to explain it to them so that they too can share your pleasure. The teacher felt so good that he called Taplow and said, I'm happy you have started to understand language. Now explain this joke to the other people also. The teacher was so happy that at least one student laughed. Okay. The door upright, and what happened? This time when he was making fun and imitating Crocker Harris's voice, suddenly the door opened and somebody came. Both of them got scared because they thought, who has come? Mr. Crocker Harris. But who came was his wife Millie Crocker Harris. Okay, and suddenly Taplow got afraid. If she has heard, because he was copying the voice of Mr. Crocker Harris and the wife has come. Okay, now Frank, come along, Taplow, move slowly above the desk. Do not be so selfish as to keep a good joke to yourself. Tell the others. He breaks off suddenly, noticing Millie. Oh Lord! Frank turns quickly and seems infinitely relieved at seeing Millie. He thought it was Mr. Crocker Harris. Okay. Frank, oh hello. Millie, without expression. Hello. Taplow, do you think she heard? Frank, I think she did. She was standing there quite a time. Taplow, if she did and she tells him, there goes my remove. Now he is after all a student only. So he said, my remove goes. Frank, he said, you are bothered about your remove, what about me? Because as a teacher, he was making fun of another teacher, not directly but indirectly he was relishing it. Okay, there goes my remove. Frank, nonsense. Millie, waiting for my husband? She told Taplow, waiting for my husband? Taplow, yes. Millie, he is at the Bursars and might be there quite a time. If I were you, I'd go. I said, okay, if I had been in your place, I would have gone. Taplow, he said most particularly I was to come. Millie, well, why don't you run away for a quarter of an hour and come back? Taplow, supposingly he gets here before me? He was so afraid he doesn't want to go. Okay. Millie, I tell you what, you can do a job for him. Take this prescription to the chemist and get it made up. Taplow, all right, Mrs. Crocker Harris. He crosses towards the door upright. Now normally after this the students turn the page to see if there is any end. There is no end to this chapter because it's an excerpt from a play. And titled this because there is a mention of Aeschylus there. But in this whole excerpt, why is this excerpt so important? Important and a reflection for teachers to understand that they should never relish the criticism of another teacher in their absence also. Because if they make fun of another teacher and relish the fun being made, it's quite sure that somebody would be making their fun also at their back. This is very important for us as teachers to see and mirror. I mean, as a mirror, we should see that which category do we fall into. It's not necessary that we need to be like Mr. Crocker Harris, or we need to be like Frank, or not need to be like Frank. But it's sort of a diplomacy that we need to understand, that we don't talk to students and we try that they make fun of the other teachers in their absence. This should never be done by the teachers. And as students, they should understand that all have their own flaws, all have their own positives. We should accept the person with the flaws, but it's not that we make fun of somebody at their back. We should be able to differentiate who is a good teacher, because we are looking at them as teachers, not as persons. They should be looked as professionals. Okay, they teach the subject, they can teach the subject well, they should be marked on this basis as the best teacher, not on this basis that how well or good they are to you. So this is this chapter, this play is a thought-provoking one for the students as well as the teachers. Thank you.